Morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch on Monday, February 3, 2025. Just a quick little talk before I start my day about earthquakes. I see this one coming. So there is a simple reason why earthquake events, seismic swarms, show up in a grid pattern. So when you have an excess of earthquakes in a given area, the software has limited capability to accurately display the proper coordinates, locations. It has nothing to do with man doing anything. Absolutely nothing. The earthquake monitoring sites, again, the software does not have the capability to sort through areas, especially in a short period of time when you're inundated with so many earthquakes, to accurately place each one to their exact coordinates. It's as simple as that. It's just the way the software displays so many earthquakes. Same thing happened in La Palma, and everybody started jumping up in the air in their stupid conspiracy theories. So you're going to find people are going to be expressing their extremely, very limited scale of intelligence, pushing their fear porn and clickbait nonsense. It's right embarrassing. They will not do their due diligence. They will not do their fact checking. They will not check for data, reasoning, facts. So when people do this or otherwise do not understand, they automatically go into their conspiracy mode. Simple as that. Stay away from these idiots, morons. The world doesn't need it. So unfortunately with these people, when something happens that they do not understand, they automatically apply their stupid conspiracy theories. Oh, Dew did it. Oh, HARP did it. Oh, geoengineering did it. Man's drilling down into the earth and they're setting off all these explosives in the middle of the fucking ocean. Now, when it comes to earthquakes, I am not saying ignore the situation in Greece. I'm definitely not saying that. But it's happened on several occasions where we have these events and nothing happens. I am not saying nothing's going to happen. A couple of years ago, there was a massive earthquake swarm in the northwest corner of Iceland. There were 10,000 earthquakes in a 1-week period. Nothing happened on the north end of Iceland. Last year, there was a very large earthquake swarm in one of the major volcanoes in Colombia. Everybody was so absolutely convinced, so sure there was going to be a massive, huge VEI 7 volcanic eruption. Nothing happened. Yes, you do have to issue out these warnings. You should not take it beyond a point saying, whatever. Yes, you absolutely must be prepared. For it's all been written, it's all been foretold in his playlist. These things are going to happen. Yes, for example, the schools in Greece island should be closed to keep family together. No matter what they're doing, you need to be keeping your family together now. Now, obviously, these earthquakes are increasing in magnitude and becoming more shallow. But pay attention for the whole Mediterranean area. So you have a cluster of all these these earthquakes in one area, which are slowly spreading to the island of Santorini. But also beyond that area, they are spreading all around that area. So try and imagine, once again, mantle plume, the column of harder magmatic material, which is anchored to the outer core of our planet, rising up to the mantle plume head, which comes to the underside of the lithosphere, in which the crust in the oceans sit upon. Imagine the mantle plume having extensions, arms, nodes pushing up through the lithosphere, spreading earthquakes. This is your earthquake swarm. These are the earthquakes developing further away outside the boundaries of the swarm, I would suggest. So there's a perfectly logical explanation why earthquakes, when you zoom in, appear in the grid form manner display. It takes about 2 minutes to Google it and find out all the answers. One more thing for anybody who's new here. Antipode, you hear me talk about antipode earthquakes. This was done by a study from the Oregon State University, where they looked at 5 years worth of earthquakes. And anything with a magnitude of 6.5 or larger, that seismic energy will travel through the center of the earth and come out on the opposite end within 30 degrees. That energy is going to find the point of least resistance. Fracture zones, volcanoes. It will lose a magnitude of between magnitude 1 to 1.5 by the time it gets to the other end. Now, the situation in the Greek island is it's not magnitude 6.5 and greater, but you need to consider the entire combination of all that energy. And as I already suggested, somewhere off the coast, east side of New Zealand, there may be an antipode response, and in fact, there has been. So that's what I mean by antipode earthquakes. One moment, please. So I just wanted to say something about earthquakes showing up on the display in a grid pattern. There's absolutely nothing nefarious about it. It takes you 2 minutes or less to just simply Google it and find out the correct answer. I think that's going to be it for now. Again, we've seen this happen before. We've seen it happen in La Palma. We've seen it happen in Hawaii. We've seen it happen in Iceland. There's no one swimming down to the bottom of the ocean, drilling deep, deep holes and cramming it full of explosives.